Soldiers can actually be cloaked or hidden from prying eyes. July 30th, 2017, Miami, Day 3. As I'm looking around and just looking at the different colors in the sky, and this is, again, probably about 30 to 35 minutes before sunrise, I really start to look at the detail of these pictures, and there really is a lot more there that has been right in front of our eyes. We just haven't seen it. There's some strange anomalies. I mean, look at this. This looks like I would say like a vortex tunnel thing. And it's just the extreme definition. And I know that they are clouds, but for whatever reason, and I believe it is the metamaterials cloaking that is occurring, but for whatever reason, it's happening in our skies. And what do we do about it? Who's actually going to admit this? Nobody has so far. But if we really start to pay attention to just the details and looking at things that, like the sun rays and the direction that they're going and where they're originating from, it tells us so much than just looking at the sky and a video of pre-sunrise. There's so much more there. For time's sake, I have sped up a lot of this video, so it does go kind of fast because I wanted to show the exact changes that were occurring as much as possible, and then I will slow it down again just to see that these shapes that we're seeing that look like they are hidden behind clouds or cloud formations, they are consistent. They keep the same definition, the same patterns that you'll start to notice. And you can see the way that they start to move through the sky. I'm focusing in down here on this, the lower part. It's in this picture off to the left. And it looks like a round object that is standing out through the clouds, whether the clouds are kind of cloaking in front of it, similar to the last video I showed where we were looking at the salt flats, and because of what they were made of, they were able to create an illusion where basically, I mean, look at this, it is standing out. The rays are going around it. And then I noticed up here this red looking object that is above the normal pattern of what these sun rays are reflecting upwards. And so I started to focus in on that area. And as the video continues, you'll see that these certain areas that I'm trying to highlight here, they do start to show more and more of what is there. Okay, so now we're about 20 minutes before sunrise. And notice the object here that looks like it's even getting larger, but even this glow to the northeast, this isn't where the sun is going to be rising, and you'll see that later in the video. What's causing this glow? Something that I probably missed that was even visible way before I started the video. Just really look at the sky now. And a lot of the shapes are definitely obvious, but more and more is starting to show as it's getting closer to sunrise. And you really start to see images and shapes that are becoming more prominent. Now watch these sun rays that are coming up, these bright red ones. And what really caught my attention on this was look at the shape of them. Not only the angle that they are starting to protrude upward at, but look how they are almost wrapping around. I'm just going to say wrapping around objects. And you start to see the shape and details of what is there in the sky. And I try to enhance it so you can see what is being cloaked. And these are the real, actual videos. No enhancement has been made to the actual part of the video until you see where it changes color a little bit, or I try to detail it better. But look how this evolves and how it is moving through the sky as the video progresses. I don't know about you, but I definitely see a huge ball object-like structure in the sky with clouds that are coming out from behind it. And it still, I don't know how many times I've watched this video over and over to make sure that what I'm seeing is in fact what it appears to be. Look at the clouds coming out from behind this, and you can see the detail, the shape of it. And I don't know if anybody else noticed the huge eye over here to the left at the bottom. Watch that too. It's pretty amazing. Now as we start to look up into the sky again where it looked like the large planet was, look at the shape here. It is almost like a graph, like a bowl shape with these black lines that I can't even explain it. I don't know what would be causing this, that shape, but it's there and it stays in the sky for a while. Pay close attention to the direction of all of the different, the sun rays, the clouds. They're all moving in a certain way, but follow it correlating with the objects that we're seeing. And I know I've been focusing a lot on the large objects, but there are a lot of smaller objects, whether they're orbitals or moons or debris, whatever they are of the Nibiru or Planet X system. You see them as they are continually keeping their shape and moving through the sky. And look at the detail in this picture to the upper left. And here I'm starting to focus a little bit closer to the horizon. I know that sunrise is getting closer, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to see some hint of the sun. It's very disappointing when you actually see the sunrise. And remember that strange grid-like pattern in the sky? It's now moved upward, and I outlined it here. And the planet on the bottom here looks very similar to the planet that D, one of my subscribers, caught in June. And now to focus back on the sunrise. There's a lot of glowing lights coming through the clouds, and this one in particular, it is very similar to the one that I recorded on the 2 days prior. And you can see how it has moved further to the left on each day. And as you look at this light source that starts to shine through the heavy, deep cloud cover at the horizon, you start to realize that this is actually the first signs of the sunrise. Besides the fact that there's another eye staring at me to the left of this picture, I start to really look at the horizon, and it's this hazy reddish color. To put things into perspective, when you realize that this is our sunrise, and everything that was just seen in our skies, how close are these planets actually? You can see where our sun is coming up, and the sky above it is illuminated. So what was illuminating the sky to the northeast just 30 minutes prior to our sunrise? And to the upper center left, notice all of the glowing lights up high in the clouds. And 2 hours after sunrise, I look out and see what I would call a red iron oxide dust debris all along the horizon from the north to the south. But if you notice, there's still objects in the sky, and they're obvious. They're right there. Metamaterial cloaking is a reality. It is being used in defense, military, and who knows what else. But I believe it's being used now to hide what is actually in our solar system. It's between the sun and the earth. And I don't believe it's going to hit the earth, but we are seeing the effects of this. We're seeing it daily. And every person on this earth deserves the right to know. Thank you very much for watching. My next video will have subscriber pictures only, showing this around the world. As always, much love.